Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we are actually going to be doing a first impressions, a demo, review, and swatches on the Tease Beauty Creations palette. This is something I've had in my collection for a little while now, but I have never tried it, never used it on my channel, and a few people have asked me for looks with it and everything, so it looks like this. It's very close to the Huda Beauty Nude palette, I believe. Very, very similar. Makeup Revolution is putting out a nude palette as well, and this is definitely a very close kind of color story to that. So that will be in another video when I'm talking about shopping my stash, which should be after this video. So I'm going to be doing this today, and I know that this has been out for a hot minute, and I'm sure everybody and their mother has either seen it or seen looks with it, but I've been getting a lot of requests for it, and I wanted to give you guys the content that you want to see. So we are going to be playing with this today and doing a full face, and yeah, so I'm going to let you know what I think about this palette. I haven't tried anything from Beauty Creations on my channel. I did Bad Habit, I've done Alter Ego, and a few other dupe-worthy brands, and this one has not been featured yet, so we're going to be doing that. And if you want to see what look I come up with this palette, just keep on watching. Okay, now that my microphone is on and you just saw the hot mess that is my intro, awesome. So what I'm going to do is put my hair back, get this out of my way, because we are going to do eyes first, just because I don't know if there's going to be a lot of fallout with this palette. I have never tried it, never swatched it, never touched it. It is beautiful and it is pink and kind of bronzy and just really pretty. It's cruelty free. It looks like it has got a 24-month shelf life. It looks like this. There's names of all of the shadows in the actual palette. So there is 18 shades in this palette as well. Since there is 18 grams of product and there are 18 shades, each individual shade is 1 gram. So that is a little bit less than what you get in an individual shadow. It looks like the two textures we have in this palette is a shimmer shade and matte shades. There isn't satin or anything that's overly glittery, so we'll go ahead and kind of play with some of the texture here. Maybe wet down a brush and get a little bit more intensity if it is not performing the way I want it to. It doesn't really have, as you can see here, it doesn't really have the magneticness, which I would really truly like, but that's okay. Now that we've gone over the basics of the palette, I'm going to go ahead and scoot you in and we will start with the eye look. I'm going to prep first with a little bit of the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, and I do actually have a sponge today, so I'm going to go ahead and just do that. I have not put any primer or anything else on the rest of my face. I'm going to go ahead and do the eyes with the sponge. I used a brush with this yesterday, and I actually think I like the finish better with a brush, but we're gonna just play with it and see. Can't Stop, Won't Stop concealer. The foundation, obviously not my favorite if you saw my last video. If not, I will link it in the down bar below. Okay, so my eyes are prepped. I'm gonna scoot you in so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna go in first with Lies, and that is this whitish shade right here. I am running on fumes when it comes to brushes. I have not washed my brushes in a very long time. I do have quite a few brushes, but I'm starting to run on fumes. I'm gonna use just a domed profusion brush into Lies is what it's called. It is a matte white tone. Definitely more of a brow bone color. Let's see how this goes. Not really getting much pigment. If this is how this is gonna go, it is very stiff. There is not a whole lot of kick up. What kind of look do I want to do today? Oh goodness. All right, so I'm gonna go into Seduce Me. That's right here. And I'm gonna go in with the same profusion brush and see if I can get some more pigment off of that color. Oh, it looks like a little bit I can. So I'm gonna run this through my crease. Pretty high. Not a whole lot of pigment. These are really dry too. Okay, so far, first impression, this is definitely not my favorite formula. I mean, it's got a little bit of pigment, but you truly have to build this up. Now I'm gonna go in with Blissful, that is right here, and I might just add just a little bit of Pleasure. So Blissful and Pleasure together, just to deepen up that crease, because I feel like there is not that much pigment. Come on, guys, give me something. They blend in together okay. I don't feel like it's patchy just yet. Hopefully I can get a good look off this. I want to do something a little bit more bronzy, I think, because I did something really pink and soft and you know, very girly yesterday. If you guys have not seen that video, that was the Boyfriend Buys My Makeup Part 2. I will link it down below for you. Go in to Charming is right here, and that's a darker like chocolate brown. I'm gonna take that on a more stable kind of shader brush on the outer corner, and then take my ColourPop brush and blend it out. I want it to be diffused, but I want to get some pigment off of it. We got some pigment off of that. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so there's pigment on the brush, but not on my lid. It looks really good on the brush. Why is it not going onto the lid? Now it's getting patchy too. This is not going well. I'm gonna get another flat shader. What we're going to hope will work some of these glitter shades. So let me see what I can find. I've got just a no-name flat shader. I have a feeling just deep down in my gut this isn't gonna work. So I'm gonna spray my brush first, because just sometimes your girl just knows. Sometimes. I'm going in to Sexy right here. It's on the brush. Let's see if it'll transfer to my eyelid. And no. Even with a little bit of setting spray. Oh, there's Fallout City. Can you guys see this? Hot stuff. Honestly, it's never looked worse. I'm going to try to rectify the situation. I'm going in with Kiss Me right here on the inner third of my eye. Okay, this color looks so much better. What? I don't understand. This color goes on perfectly. Extremely inconsistent in this palette. Yeah, and it kind of just blends away. When I blend the color on, like out a little bit, it just blends away. And these colors are like seriously inconsistent. Like some of them work really well, some of them don't. Definitely not my favorite look at all. We're using some gel eyeliner, and we're gonna see if I can pull this off. Honestly, don't think it's gonna happen, but you never know. Wish me luck. Okay, so I put these on. They don't match. They look like crap. Oh my god. This whole look is just going to be a hot freaking mess. I can tell you that right now. So I'm gonna put some lashes on, the ones that I used yesterday, because they're sitting in front of me. So I'm gonna put these on, but I wanna put on some mascara first. So I'm gonna I'm hoping that they will cover some of the craziness that is going on in my eyes right now. But I am not happy with this look so far. I think it looks like crap. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put these lashes on, and I will be right back for the lower lash line. Okay, so it did help just a little bit with putting the lashes on. I feel like it's coming together just a little bit better. Still definitely not my favorite look. I'm gonna go in with a pencil brush, and we're gonna do the lower lash line. You know, actually, should I put on foundation? I'm gonna put on foundation first and primer. Okay, I've got the Coppola Dawn Patrol Classic Primer. This is vegan, cruelty-free, plant-based, farm to face is what it says, which is really weird. And this is like crazy silicone based, as well as the pump's not working. So I'm just gonna put a little bit. Oh yeah. Okay. So this really reminds me of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. It's all slippery on my face, and it's got a lot of silicone in it. Not my favorite. Yeah, definitely will not be using this. I like the more lotion based feel, if that makes sense. This is definitely... It is SPF 30 in it too. I can smell the SPF in it. Today's not going well. So now that that's done, I'm gonna go in with my Light Illusion, which I know works and I know I love it, but I'm hoping over this primer it actually sits well, but we will see. Okay, I'm gonna use my Moda brush. I love the finish of this foundation. Nice and hydrated and radiant. Perfect. I'm gonna go in with my Can't Stop, Won't Stop Concealer in Vanilla. Put a little bit here. What do you guys think so far? My skin looks pretty decent, but my eye makeup is like a hot freaking mess. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the lower lash line with a Milani brush. And I am gonna go in first with Seduce Me. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go in with the darker shades, these two right here. Blissful and Pleasure mixed together, and then I'm gonna blend it out with Seduce Me. And this is a Milani crease brush. It's very small, detailed. I don't use it for the crease, I use it for my under eye. And now the pigment is really good with a very small detailed brush. I feel like I have mixed emotions about this palette. I guess it depends on what brush you're using, but they are super duper dry and the inconsistencies through each individual shade is very apparent. So that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go in with the same mascara. This is the Doll Eyes mascara from NYX, and this is an extreme black for volume. Ooh, I just got it all over me. Awesome. So I'm gonna go in and do the rest of my face. God knows I need to. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish my face. I'll be right back. I'm gonna show you some swatches from this palette and then give you my final review. I will see you in just a minute. Bye, guys. Okay, so the makeup came together in the end, but it's definitely not my favorite look. I struggled hard with this palette. It wasn't the best that I've ever tried, and for the price point I'd say save your money, just because I mean it's not my favorite. I'm going to insert swatches here so that you can see each row by row like we always do. So just a little update, I did swatches and most of the pigment did not come off. I had to swipe a lot of the mattes at least 4 times to even get some pigment on my arm, and honestly, like, they blended away to nothing. Like, I could just wipe my arm and they were gone. The glitter shades, again, was the same kind of thing, but I did do two swipes with my finger and put them on, and it was not great. Also, just blended away to nothing. Don't buy this palette. Sorry, I feel like such a bitch, but it's like, there's nothing nice I can say about this palette. Like, 100%. I'm trying to be 100 with you guys. Save your money, buy something from like Makeup Revolution or Milani or whatever. Just pass. Pass. Hard pass. It's not my favorite palette, unfortunately. I hate recommending or saying bad things about certain palettes or makeup in general, but just definitely not my favorite. I mean, you can see that the makeup itself looks okay, but that was with liner and lashes and like the whole thing. It did not look great when I didn't have any of that on. So yeah, I don't know, struggled. I was on the struggle bus with this guy today. So I definitely hope this helped you in your shopping journey, and if you guys want to see another palette being featured, maybe the same thing with swatches, kind of first impression, also a demo of how it performs on the eyes, I can definitely do that. Just let me know in the comments below what palette you'd like to see next. I do have some Shop My Stash videos coming, as well as some OG palettes kind of talking about if they're still good. And I feel like some of the OG palettes that we might have forgotten about is definitely better than this guy. I'm sorry, it's just not, it didn't work for me. I mean, it was bad. All right, you guys, I love you. I'll talk to you very soon. Have a wonderful afternoon, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Shit. I do this all the time. Do you guys think I should start what is it called? The whisper, do a whisper challenge is so bad. ASMR, is it ASMR? I don't know. I'm not that smart. Why is the internet not working? So stupid. I just need to learn to wear my microphone.